Hello again. This is Shanice. I'm back in my car. Um, I wanted to record this video because I have been watching a lot of spiritual content. Um, and it's been strange because for a really long time, like my whole life, especially my whole adult life, I've been very like practical and pragmatic. And like, if I can't see it, it's not real and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm the type of person who like deconstructed from religion in middle school. So, finding myself in the middle of a spiritual awakening is not, it wasn't on my bingo card for 2024 5. I feel like it started late 24, but really ramped up in 25. Um, One thing that always came up was like the idea of chosen ones. And at first, like on the surface, I'm like, so is everybody a chosen one for real? Like, it seemed very silly to think that, like, just because you might be watching this video, you are specially selected by God and you're on this special path and you're going to be getting all these blessings. And da, da, da. Even though that content really does help me ground myself like emotionally while I'm dealing with like, my divorce, being newly single, being newly independent, and all the ups and downs that come with that. It's also kind of easy for me to kind of brush that stuff off. Like, of course, I'm a chosen one. Everyone's a chosen one. We're all Squidward, whatever. But the more I learn, the easier it is to wrap my mind around. So I kind of wanted to take the time to talk about what is a chosen one, chosen by whom, for what, under what circumstances, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, but before I do that, I kind of have to talk about, excuse me. Ooh, okay. I have to talk about the difference between exoteric and esoteric spirituality. And the simple explanation is that exoteric is outside, it's external. It's the type of religion that most of us get exposed to as children, mainstream religion, looking to outside forces and a spiritual authority that is outside of ourselves to guide us and to dictate what's good and what's bad, what's right and what's wrong, how we should live, and how we should not live. But there's also esoteric spirituality, which isn't necessarily the opposite of these belief systems, outside of the fact that you are looking inward for the type of spiritual and emotional comfort that you would look to an outside or external God to receive. In this case, look, don't cancel me. I mean, who's going to watch this? I'm going to just say it. Therefore, we are each our own gods. We create a reality that we in turn experience. And honestly, it's just us. Like, when we're children, the actions of others influence, what happens in our lives. But as we get older, that changes to us. So when we are parents and caring for our children, the decisions we make affect them, right? We create the reality. If we want to paint their nursery green, it'll just be green or yellow or whatever. That's just how it's going to be for them. And that's going to be their reality in their mind. They don't know anything else besides my room is green. The walls in my room are green. But back to the main point of esoteric spirituality and the idea that we are each our own gods comes with a lot of responsibility. It's a very heavy load for any one person to carry. Um, life's hard. I mean, that's kind of why exoteric spirituality is so popular, because we all have enough responsibilities in our life to turn around and say, well, there's a certain extent to which I'm fat because I ate myself to be fat. Or I'm broke because I spent myself to be broke. Like, you don't necessarily have 100% of that burden. Like, yeah, you would probably have more money if you made more money, but if you were more responsible with the money you did have, you would also have more money, right? Yeah. So I don't know how well you can hear this rain. I might have to ditch this recording, but you know, if God don't want y'all to hear it, is like, there is a certain extent to the exoteric that is valid, like, I can't tell the rain to shut off. Yes, I chose these clothes and these glasses and this car and this phone and this microphone and all this other crap, but yeah, there's plenty of stuff in my life that's not in my control, like how my ex was being a hoe. I'm not going to switch on him. If he wants to switch on himself, that's his business. But back to how to become a chosen one, right? So when we are our own God, which we are, we have the role of both the worshipped and the worshiper. We must take into our own hands, self-love, self-compassion, discipline, honesty, humility, not only to other people outside of us, but to ourselves. You know, if you ate that dozen Krispy Kreme donuts and now your pants tight, whose responsibility is that, right? But it's also true that as a chosen one, deciding to choose yourself, not only from the perspective of being your own God, but from the perspective of worshiping the divine in you as its own version of God, you might say, you know what, it tastes good, feel good going down, don't feel too good afterward, so I'm going to skip out on the donuts. I'm going to have a salad or a piece of fruit, I mean, or some chicken or something. Like, it don't even have to be that serious. Like, losing weight, especially when you don't have hormonal problems, is really not that hard. You just have to be prepared for it to take a long time. Free game. So deciding to choose yourself out of love, out of respect, out of discipline, out of humility, deciding to be able to admit, yeah, I was wrong. Yeah, I screwed that up. Yeah, I did a good job. Yes, I'm that girl. Whatever. Deciding to center yourself as the main character of your life is what it means to be a chosen one. We all choose our lives. We choose every moment. We make thousands of choices every day. Some choices we live in the consequences of for years. I chose to be with somebody who wasn't choosing me in the same way. And I chose that person for 9 years. Okay. Therefore, in my life now, I'm coming from a place of having decided to be in this relationship for 9 years and not feeling very happy, feeling very fulfilled, and being, of course, sad about that, but also realizing that I can just choose to live a happier life. I can choose a life where I'm not waking up to somebody who is cheating on me while I'm asleep, but also choosing to let go of the belief that life is just unhappy. That's just normal. That's not normal. Like, I decided that being happy is normal and being unhappy is abnormal. And what? Am I going to jail? No, like my life is better. Are there things I need to sort out and want to sort out and change? Heck yes. But the things that I needed to sort out, I've come to that and overcome that barrier and said, hey, I'm not going to allow myself to be treated like this anymore. I'm not going to live my life from a place of fear and scarcity. One thing I was so afraid of was that I would never love again, or never feel loved or be loved or have that secure relationship again. But I was just feeding myself that. That wasn't true. I just decided that was true. But now I decided it's not. And as I heal myself from that pain through love, through choosing myself, through making myself the chosen one in my own life that I am the God of, right? I have been able to be so much happier with so much less. And I'm not going to sit up here and wag my finger like this, 11, 12 minutes of me explaining this concept is going to sort out all the wrinkles you might have in the like logical aspects of spirituality. But that's the thing, like it don't make sense. So many things happen in this life that don't make any sense, to the point where it makes sense to just accept that. So there we go. Yes, we are all chosen ones because we say so. We are God's favorite because we say so. And our lives are happy and beautiful and abundant because we say so. Just like you saying, I don't say that word. I don't say that word. I might say I don't have the cash right now, but I don't say I'm, because me never. It's giving billionaire. Okay. Well, maybe not billionaire but it's definitely giving millionaire. It's giving secure. It's giving well taken care of. So I'm never going to speak on myself to say that I'm anything but that out loud, because there is life and death in the power of the tongue. Okay.